'Tis I, the Blue Baron, defender of traditionalism. Fides Traditio Monarchia! A very interesting thing happened to me a little while ago. One evening after dinner, I was watching television with my family when I got a call from my neighbor to come over because there was something I could film for my YouTube channel. I quickly went over, and to my surprise I found a snapping turtle had dug a hole in my neighbor's gravel driveway and was currently laying eggs in it. So recognizing this opportunity for what it was, I filmed the event, and I prepared a highlight of the footage for all of you. We didn't get there in time to see her dig the nest, but we've got footage for you of the eggs being laid, the hole being filled in, and the snapping turtle departing the nest to return from whence it came.
Good day everyone, this is the Blue Baron, defender of traditionalism, and this is an impromptu video because my neighbor has just found a snapping turtle laying eggs in her driveway. This presents a bit of a problem as they're planning on paving soon, so we will have to call the Rideau Valley Conservation Authority or the Wildlife Rescue Center so that they can move the eggs. This is quite an interesting sight though. I've never seen one laying eggs before.
And many eggs.
Yes, many eggs, many. Let's see, there's been at least a dozen.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's got to be up to 20 now.
My
Oh,
goodness.
I don't know about that much. But
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
yeah. She's like, it's almost full. Like it's.
My goodness, indeed.
Here comes another one. They're like a little smaller than ping pong balls.
Mhm.
Not much.
You're not recording
Yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
right?
Yes, I'm recording right
Oh,
now.
okay,
Yes.
so I won't say anything weird or anything.
Oh, another one.
Oh, there's another one. It's getting faster.
Mhm.
Holy smokes.
Shooting them out now.
Must not be comfortable for the turtle.
Oh, she must be exhausted. Like just exhausted.
What do turtles eat?
Well, it varies
Grains.
depending on turtles. Snapping
Yeah.
turtles generally eat minnows and small insects that are in the water. They do eat a bit of vegetation, but they're more meat eating than most
So
turtles.
now she's all tired. She's not eating for. So does she have to go back to eat, or she's just going to sleep there for the night?
I don't
Well,
know.
it depends on how long the process of egg laying
I think
takes.
she'll just cover it off and
go to the water?
and take off. Yeah.
Mhm.
She's not going to stay here.
But for her to come up from the creek,
right?
That's
That's
such a
a
long haul.
They do it every year.
You know, turtles are not fast, right?
No, she's pretty good.
Actually,
Because
Turtles are actually faster than you think.
Yeah.
the water's pretty good.
When I came out here, like she had gotten from there to here in like under 20 minutes. When I came to look for her.
And I once put a painted turtle down the lawn, didn't watch it for a minute, and it was halfway across the lawn by the time I got back, which was in, I think, 5 minutes maybe.
Oh goodness. This one, yeah. Oh, I hope you get to have your driveway. But what's one more year?
See, the thing is,
Yeah, it'll be
if
next-
Charles is like,
I forget whether
It'll be next year's turtle
snapping
by then.
turtles are classified as protected, because if they are, you won't even be allowed to legally move the eggs, which means you'll have to hold off on paving the driveway completely.
Well, we're not calling
Just
them.
takes
We
one.
have to.
Look what happens.
However, as far as I know, they aren't. They're under least concern, according to
here
my
saw
field
things.
guide,
What are you talking
which
about?
hasn't been updated in a while. But
No, but you wouldn't want to do that anyway. Like you can't. I don't know. That's horrible.
well, maybe what you do is we put a little barrier around it. Oh, there she goes.
Did I get it?
the way I see it, there are two options.
And then pave and then put a nice decorative stone there.
Actually, that's a good idea. A lot of driveways use decorative stonework.
It's so funny though.
In the shape of a turtle.
That's actually a wonderful idea.
In commemoration.
I mean, paved driveways are often considered boring nowadays. More and more people are doing decorative stonework.
There you
so,
go.
I think that's a really good idea.
Thanks for your comments. There.
It sounds
True.
it
Who
sounds
has
like
a
ping
paved
pong
driveway?
balls.
It was a big driveway.
A lot of eggs in
Nicholas, can you hold this for a
It
second?
sounds like ping pong balls. Ping pong balls.
It looks like ping pong balls.
Nothing that's going to hurt you. Just check.
There's another
You
egg.
have to make sure that Jordan does not go straight tomorrow morning.
Put a,
Oh, maybe get a cone.
yeah, just have a cone.
Do we have a?
Yeah,
We need to put something around.
We have an. We'll put the recycle bin. We've got an empty recycle bin.
Thank you.
On top
Oh,
of
the
it?
blue
Yeah,
one.
the blue
The blue
one.
one back there.
But
No,
not
no.
on top of it.
No, just in front of the car so he knows
Can you
that.
imagine?
Yeah,
Oh, there's another one.
she's just going for
Oh
it.
my God, can you imagine dumping that many like eggs?
She must be like so tired.
Well,
Kill that sucker that got her pregnant, man.
Laying eggs is actually significantly easier than giving birth.
Oh, what do you know?
How many
I know that
How
an
many
egg
births have you
that
given?
based on whoa.
Go backwards. Go backwards.
You have 2 driveways.
Right? Like, just in case, right?
See you later, guys.
Bye. Thanks for coming out.
You're welcome. I'll call the wildlife center for you. They said if you leave a message, they'll call you back. So do you want me to give them your number to call back, or give them my number to call back? All right, I'll give them my number to call back.
You have to pay for your phone?
I don't think so. They said it was a free number, but if it is, don't worry about it. I can handle it.
Okay, good.
Thanks for the education tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm not a professional. I just read a lot, so.
Well, that's more than what we did.
Goodness. Still at it. Let's see. It's been at least half an hour. Wonder how many eggs she's got in there. Oh, there's a neighbor's dog, wondering what's up. And there's that man I saw earlier walking the dog. Saw him the other day on one of my walks. Boy, this snapping turtle is really going at it. My goodness. Let's see. So, what should we call her, folks? We need to give her a name. Let's see. How about... No. Layer? No, too obvious. Digger? She did dig that hole pretty fast. We'll go with... We'll go with Digger, I think. Yes, Digger. You know what? Yes. We'll go with Digger. Neighbors couldn't believe how fast she dug the hole, and how deep she dug it, so we'll go with Digger. Good job, Digger. Yes, I'm going to have to call them. Oh my goodness. It's been... Let's see, I've only got 12 minutes of this on video, but she's been going at it for at least half an hour. Goodness. If you look in there, folks, you should be able to see the eggs there. You can see them. There's a cluster of them, that's for sure. Well, my goodness. This, quite frankly, although it doesn't look like very many more could fit in there. Still, I really have no idea how long this is going to take. You know what? Let's see. I'll check on the hole again at bedtime, which will be in 12 minutes anyway. We're back, folks. She's now burying the eggs. Digger is burying the eggs.
Quite a pile of...
She's finished laying and is burying the eggs. Yes.
Quite a pile of eggs got laid down there.
Goodness.
And it's hard to believe how adept it is to be able to come out of the river and come up and do this.
She probably came up our hill.
Yeah, could have. Yeah.
Most likely at some point during the day, or...
Yeah. It doesn't make you want to go swimming.
Surprisingly, snapping turtles will not attack you in the water. They only they only snap at you on land, because on land they have no other defense. Yeah. In the water, they can just swim away.
Right. He's sure pushing the dirt back in, but there was quite a big hole with all of the
eggs coming
The
through.
eggs are actually quite a good size, but they're soft.
Slightly smaller than a ping pong ball, around the same shape.
Yeah, I can see in a little. Do they know?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they were. In fact, they were out here along with Juhir, and they were the whole, this area
Area,
was
huh?
here and watching.
Look at me! Don't drive over these poor eggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're amazing.
Yes,
Well,
I'm going to be.
Have a good evening.
In fact, Carol called me on the phone to come over. I'm going to have to call the Rideau Valley. Let's see, not the Conservation Authority, the Wildlife Center. See if they can move the eggs. If they can't, they might have to modify their paving plans.
Yeah.
My best theory is they leave a circular area around unpaved around the eggs. They'll be able to get out, and then they may as well just leave that unpaved permanently, and then they can keep coming back year after year, or put a turtle flagstone on top. She's almost finished. Look at that. She's got it almost buried. Oh, goodness. She works fast, she does. Don't know if you can see, but she's got algae growing on the back of her shell and a leech on her left back leg. That's actually quite common for snapping turtles. I've seen leeches on them before. Of course, when I saw them, they were actually on the shells. Not the brightest leeches, actually. I don't think they can even suck the blood through the shell. Leeches aren't very smart. But snapping turtles are pretty smart. She knew what to do to bury the eggs safely so that they wouldn't crack when they landed, and she's burying them nice and easy. And the thing about snapping turtles is they don't guard their eggs, they'll just leave them there, but they're well buried, well hidden, kept warm, and then when they hatch, the babies will dig their way out.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Turtle was down there 2 days ago.
Did she lay any eggs at you?
Not that I know of.
Well, she laid like 20 eggs here.
I'd say more
Right
like
in the
30.
middle of the driveway.
yeah,
Mhm.
which is supposed to be paved in the next month.
Have you
Oh my
already
friggin'
paid and
God.
everything?
So we're gonna have to call the conservation or
Have you already paid and everything
Apparently,
for the
there's
paving?
a turtle. Because I
Sanctuary?
phoned the city of Ottawa because it was right in the middle of the road, and I was afraid somebody's going to run it over.
You're working yourself.
yeah.
Anyhow, and then it went to the side of the road, so I phoned them back. Said no, it's okay. They said, "Is it distressed?" I'm going.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one for them.
How do I know?
Yeah.
Anyhow, and then it disappeared down towards the water. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
actually, I don't know if this is the same one.
No, because the one last year that we had wasn't the same one.
Mhm.
No, it was 2014. Yeah, it was 2014.
2015, either 13 and 14.
I don't think
14,
this is the
15.
same
I'm
one.
pretty positive it was 2014.
Maybe it is,
There were-
but
there were-
Well, what did it look
Oh,
like?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
The
definitely
shell was
20
more.
definitely 2014.
See the stuff on the shell? It had more of that stuff all over the shell.
I see. The algae.
And I think the tail was
The
longer.
stretch she got on that leg
I
though,
see.
just now. Like when she stretched it out, that's pretty.
Now what's she doing? Oh, she's covering more. Look.
Mhm.
Wow,
Okay, I bet Darby came.
that's amazing. Anyhow, there is apparently there's a turtle, save the turtle place,
Have to Google it.
but I
Ryan's gonna do it.
don't know what it's called.
I plan on leaving them a message tonight, actually, so that hopefully they'll call back by tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to let them see, because if they're going to dig,
Well, put the thing over it.
yeah, they're going to dig. They have to know exactly where to
Mhm.
to grab.
See, this is why I wanted to stay for a bit. I got the okay from she's working, putting my mom to
Did
bed.
she come out your grandmother?
No, she couldn't because she was staying with mom. But once Digger here is done,
Digger. I like the name.
Named her Digger because she's
good
great
name.
at digging. Once she's done here, what I'm going to do is take a stick or my foot and draw a square around
Except
the
if
hole.
it pours rain, it's a real good.
Well,
So we'll put
that's
that
just
over
a
it.
temporary thing. Then we put the blue box over it.
No,
I don't.
Oh,
should
cool.
go.
Look at how she does that.
Yeah, she's. You want her?
no, she's still. Look, she's taking stuff. Oh God, did she ever have big claws? Hey, look at that.
Yeah. The one, well, it was about the same size. Maybe the same one, but I don't think it was. I don't think it
It
is.
gets up high on its legs, eh?
Hmm.
Well, I was trying to get a video of her walking,
Yeah.
but every time I got like from here to there,
Yeah.
she would see me and go back into the shell.
Oh, well, then it wasn't a snapping turtle. Snapping turtles can't retreat into their shells.
No? Well,
No.
they didn't go all the way into her shell, but she went down and her head came back.
These are the ones from a couple of years ago. So, the size of.
Yeah.
But this one.
I want to see if it's going to. Just
Well, the guy down there said it was a snapping
I wonder
turtle.
if she's going to walk away now.
Is he asking about where the styrofoam goes?
Yeah.
Oh, that goes in blue box.
I have a
Put it in the
picture of-
recycling, George.
I have a picture of the
This one is
one.
cool.
This one that-
Oh my God, look at that
Colors
stretch
Oh,
to go and
okay.
get more gravel.
Well, this is the first year I've ever found baby turtles in my backyard. I've been here 23 years.
Look at the stretch on
Well,
that,
I
Charles.
used to.
And-
I'd-
Charles. Oh, you missed it.
Mm-hmm.
She stretches like way out to grab gravel. I bet she doesn't back up and grab something. Look. And it's amazing, eh? How mothers are protective and. That's a mighty big animal. How much do you think that weighs? Pretty dense.
20 pounds.
Oh no, more than that. You don't think like 30?
I don't even think that much.
I do.
I'd step back just a little bit, Charles.
Why? What's going to happen?
Well, nothing right now. They actually are very docile creatures and won't bite unless you're reaching right for them. But just to make her more comfortable, so that we don't want to cause her any stress.
Very true.
I had to laugh when the city person, is the turtle in distress? I'm going like, how would I frickin'
I
know?
forgot to ask. I didn't ask her. I didn't ask how she was feeling.
Quiet, like,
But my guess, she's just about done because the hole is just about filled in. You can't really tell where exactly it was anymore. So,
No, it's-
oh, and she seems to be getting ready to leave.
I'm going to turn around to the loo. No, she's getting more gravel. Oh, now she's not covering it. It's way too far.
Oh, I think she's actually getting ready to leave now.
Just want to feel
Yes, before she was laying more flat to the ground. Now she's getting up on her legs. So,
I didn't come and get you the other day because it was 7:30 in the morning.
I'm already up by 6.
Oh, are
usually.
you? Well, I didn't know, and I thought, I'm not going to go and wake you up.
Well, I try to get up at 6. I set my alarm for 6. I usually hit the snooze button until 7.
She's looking to.
Charles, when did you grow the beard?
Last fall.
Last fall.
October, November.
Goodness.
Covering now. She's like way far to be covering in. Oh, she's just going, right?
She's just like
She's sitting down.
the dogs when they
Well,
do their doo-doo
think
and they
about
keep
it
going.
this way. If you sit in one position too long, you get leg cramps. So she probably
Where
does
is
too.
that dog, do you know?
Oh, look at the width of her
Weird legs.
back feet.
Weird front legs.
Yeah, the claws amazed me.
Just grabbed you, man. Like, well, not you, but anybody. Could leave a mighty scratch. Where's she going? turtle knows to go back to the water?
Yeah.
She's turning around. So.
I think it's instinctual, isn't it?
Yes, it is generally instinctual that they always know where to go to lay their eggs and where to go back to. In fact, I think she's going that way to your little, Yes, she
A
is.
little what?
Well, your little entrance to the river.
Oh.
I figured she'd take the long way down to the creek, but... Yes. Well, you're right on the river.
Turtle can know this?
Turtles have a much better sense of smell, and water has a certain smell to it.
So, excuse my stupidity. So these eggs?
Because you don't know anything about turtles? How stupid
Yeah.
can you be? Because we're all very not
Up on
up on our
turtles?
turtles. No.
So these eggs just hatch and...
They're this big. I forgot your name.
Laura.
Laura, they were this big and she must have put 30 in that hole.
Yeah, so they,
She
and then
dug a hole?
they, I mean, when they, well, you've seen the babies when
Yeah,
they
I've
come
seen
out.
some
just,
babies,
they
they
come
just...
out, yeah, they just come out.
They're
and-
white and they're this big and she kept on going and going and
So
everything.
I started finding them here, and then I pick them up and go drop them down by the water.
Oh, okay.
You drop the eggs down by the water?
No, the
Down by
turtles.
Oh,
turtles.
Oh,
yeah.
the baby turtles.
Yeah, the baby turtles.
Yeah, I took the baby turtle that I found down to the water.
Yep,
Right.
she's going this way. So we'll step aside. And then
Well, we're hardly in her way now.
Yes, but it's more about making her feel comfortable than anything else. Plus, you don't want to be in the way of those jaws.
Geez, I wish I brought my camera. Or my phone, rather. That's interesting. I think it is a different turtle than the one I saw.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said yours had a different amount of algae on its shell.
Yeah,
so.
it had a lot of algae on the shell.
Okay.
So we're going to put that thing on top of it, Ryan? Is that what
Yes.
you're going to do? When she's out of there?
Once she's out of there, yes, then I will first draw a little...
Coming back towards the eggs.
See, this is sometimes what they do. They will. I think she's getting her bearings right now. That may take. I'm not sure exactly how long.
I'm out of here. Bye, guys.
All right. I'll try and call the place tonight and leave a message with them so that. All right. I'll let you know when I hear back from them. I might not get a call back tonight though.
Where are you going?
I believe that's what she's trying to figure out.
Checking out the blue box.
Ah.
2 turtles in one year? That's amazing. And she's sure not little.
No, that is true.
Is she going back to guard her eggs?
No, snapping turtles do not guard their eggs. They lay them, they bury them, and then they go off.
Oh.
And then
okay.
the eggs will hatch and the babies will dig their way out and they'll be fending for themselves from day one.
So how do you know it's a snapping turtle?
Well, just by the look of it, really. The snapping turtles are different from most other turtles in that they can't retract into their shell.
Okay.
The bottom part of the shell is very thin and it can't cover them, so I know
She's
from the
going
look
that
of it that it can't do that. Also, the tail has those spike things on
Oh
it.
yeah.
And lastly, the head, if you look at the front, you can see the jaws in that curved beak at the front.
Okay.
You have to look closely to see that.
I just am amazed how it moves.
Mm-hmm. It's heading that way, so it probably came
Going back to
from...
the creek.
Yes. But I'm trying to figure out which way it's heading. Most likely it would go back the way it came here in the first place.
Right.
And from the direction it's heading, I would guess it came up at Pat's house, up her hill, and then... Or possibly... No, wait. Probably right around back. They go right around to the river there. Maybe not. She seems to be turning a bit. This is it. They don't walk in a straight line. They seem to get their bearings.
And I'm imagining those claws could do a lot of damage to a human as well.
Yes, they could. But fortunately, snapping turtles are actually quite harmless to people. They, first of all, they won't attack you in the water if you're in the water with them because they feel safe in the water.
Right.
They'll only attack you on land, and that's only if you're getting right up in their face.
Threatening.
If they feel threatened by you, like if you're going right up in their face and grabbing them there, of course they're going to bite because they feel threatened and they feel scared, so they're going to defend themselves.
How badly do they bite people?
Well, it depends on the size of the snapping turtle. A baby snapping turtle, I mean, it'll probably draw blood, but it's not going to... You'll heal in a few days.
Yeah.
An adult snapping turtle can take off one of your fingers.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But like I said, as long as you don't get too close, give it its space, they won't attack you. They don't actively attack people.
That's true, most animals.
They're more afraid of you than you are of them.
Yeah. It was interesting because my neighbor is Turkish, and I guess they don't have turtles. She was really afraid of it, like really afraid of it. And I'm going, you don't need to be afraid of it. Just don't get up in its face. Just. But she nearly freaked when it went on her property.
I see.
It's okay, just leave it alone. It's trying to go to the water.
She's walking through the puddles there.
Yeah. Well, when I saw the one down there, the guy from the corner came down and was looking at it, and I'm going like, there are people in this division that drive very quickly, and I was worried they would just drive over her.
Yes, there are.
And anyhow, he said, because she's like right in the middle of the road. And he said, oh no, she's just warming up, getting something from the asphalt, the warmth from the asphalt.
She stopped. She heard the noise, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what the other turtle did. When I was I wasn't close to it. I was just trying to get a picture of it. It just went down, like this one just went down. Maybe she's tired. What do I know? I don't know anything about turtles.
It is possible. Oh, there, she's getting up again. Yeah, I think it was the noise of the gravel that startled her a bit. It's interesting how they walk. I mean, it looks like their legs are having trouble supporting their weight, but her legs are having trouble supporting her weight, but no, she walks and... Actually, you know what it reminds me of? An elephant walking.
Yeah.
The scaly-looking legs, the gray scaly-looking legs, all moving slowly, and except they're splayed out more, but aside from that...
I think it is a different turtle than one I saw, because the one I saw, I think the tail was much longer, much bigger. Not necessarily bigger, but longer. like this long.
Mm-hmm.
So again, a noise, and she stops.
Mm-hmm. She hears the
So I
plane.
think you're
going
right.
by.
Oh, there's a noise right over here.
Yes. I think she was hearing the plane going by, though, or it was might have been a helicopter.
Anyhow, I better get back to walking, or I'm not going to get my walk. Although, I like watching.
Mm-hmm.
I could go get, maybe I'll walk back to get my phone, my iPhone.
Do you go on YouTube? I'll be posting the video of it on YouTube.
Oh, will you?
Yes,
Oh,
I have a
okay.
YouTube channel. I don't know if I told you about it. Actually, I think I did.
You gave me a card.
Yes, I did. Yes. Since I've got the footage, I'll be posting it on my channel.
Oh, okay.
There she goes. Looks like she's going to be heading maybe through the hedge. It's funny.
I think so.
You'd think they'd take the most direct route, but maybe they go the way they came, and no matter how hard the route is.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about turtles, other than what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, I will leave you.
All right.
Take care.
You have a nice evening now.
You too.
Oh, goodness. Goodness. Trees are moving, slowly but steadily. Put the blue box on top, nice and gently. Don't worry, Digger. Your eggs will be safe. I'll make sure of that. Well, we've had quite the time today, haven't we, folks? Sorry about not being dressed for my usual get-up, you know. Like I said, I actually was just... this happened right after dinner. I was watching television. My neighbor called, asked me to come over. So, I did. My goodness. I would not have expected this. Well, as you can see, I marked the area around where the eggs are laid, put the blue box on top. I'll be calling the Wildlife Center tonight, leaving a message with them. Hopefully we'll find out whether they can, what they recommend, whether they move the eggs, or we'll just leave them there. Not sure. There she is, heading that way.
I ended up learning a lot more about snapping turtles after this, and was then able to apply some of that knowledge when the people I called from the Canadian Wildlife Federation came to relocate the eggs, which I also got footage of, and will show in part 2. Until then, I'm the Blue Baron, defender of traditionalism. God bless you all, and remember, Fides Traditio Monarchia!